What is happening, traders? All right, so pretty much distribution in the small time frames, but as far as the monthly and the macro picture goes on Bitcoin, you're gonna be closing this monthly candle in the next 3 days. So guys, when the small time frames are extremely bearish, you got to be checking out what the macro is looking like, and then and then we can try to extrapolate what can happen in the small time frames as well. So as you can see, in the next 2 days, if we are closing any candle like this moving average will pick up by another $4,000 to the upside, and probably start hovering above the previous all-time high as well. Now in the macro, in the grand scheme of things, this is a very, very good sign. This is a very, very nice sign for Bitcoin, as we strengthen our case to never return back to 20k again, like more and more, right? So if this moving average, watch for the monthly 21 simple moving average coming in at $20,000 with the monthly closure, which is happening in 2 days. If that happens, yes, we are going to be strengthening our case that Bitcoin will never break 20,000. Now this is what the macro time frames are telling you. Let's simply jump onto the bi-weekly ones, basically the 2-week time frame together. All right, so the previous bi-weekly candle closed as a good bullish engulf candle right here, which was pretty much beautifully. So guys, I did not look at this point of, wow, this looks to me like a pretty neat liquidity entering zone right here around 33k levels on the 2-week time frame. Guys, this is pretty neat right here, as most of the candles were being supported right here, and they were ultimately closing above it, and we did ultimately bullishly engulf above this level right here. But we are rejecting the 60k level as of now with, you guessed it right, low volume, extremely low volumes, not really close to this bullish engulf right here, and certainly not close to this candle right here, off of which we actually broke past. And this candle stop is coming in at 42k, right? So I think it's pretty much clear as to what levels are going to be relevant in the coming days, because this looks to me like a distribution in the small time frames, which I will just get at. But as far as the macro, as far as the bi-weekly structure stands, this is what your support are going to be looking like in the coming days, as we do shift our gears into a little bearish environment. So let's just simply jump onto the weekly and see if these levels are relevant. Guys, we have taken down this week at 45,000. We are losing 45k, guys. All right, okay, Mr. Bitcoin not doing really nice in the market, not doing really nice. Now guys, this is not a single-sided sell-off. Basically, this is not only BTC sell off. Entire equity markets are selling off. In the night hours, the US S&P index also sold off. Most of the stocks, most of the tech stocks also sold off. So just be patient with this price action. I think in the macro picture, everything is completely fine. But certainly in the weekly time, we're going to be making this huge badass bearish engulfing candle, which is closing in the next 2 days. So watch for this. Watch for this support to be held up on a closing basis, guys. If the weekly candle is closing below 45.5k to the downside, then we can be talking about some immediate continuation move to 40k, and eventually coming, this is also one of the relevant levels. I see you, 38k. I do see you now, right? 42, 38 and 36.1, and then eventually 32 is going to be aligning with the 21 simple moving average, as we are moving quite aggressively on this moving average to the upside, guys. So I think it is going to be catching up with this area of liquidity right here, which is going to be 33k. So I do expect that you could do something like this. You could simply come and test these levels, but step by step, one at a time, step by step. All right, anyway, the weekly certainly shaping out to be bearish engulfing right now. Let's check out the momentum oscillators. Yeah, we're kind of losing the 70 as well. So losing the 70 on RSI is like immediate trend drop down, but losing the 60 on RSI means that further consolidation, like something like this. All right, as soon as we lost the 60 on the RSI read, we just simply went into a long form of consolidation, ultimately losing the 21 weekly moving average as well. Now in this case, we would certainly not want to lose the 21 simple moving average, which is quite far, guys, which is I guess 30%, yet another 30. Now that would be pretty interesting, right? I mean, coming off of the tops, this is going to be a 47% correction. Now if this happens in this weekly itself, what I'm suspecting is that the prices will kind of consolidate and wash out most of the traders, as Bitcoin ranges between 56,000 and mostly around 40,000, guys. This is going to range, this is going to be choppy as fuck. I've been calling out for this thing to happen since the past week, as we rejected the 1800 levels on Ethereum. That was the key indicator that the market is probably getting into a profit taking or a consolidation phase right now. So the levels are going to be really significant and really important, and mostly sticking to the horizontal supports and resistance is going to be working out better than the diagonal resistance and support, because you can certainly create more like you can create a lot of bull traps and bear traps and diagonal trending supports and resistance. All right, so we are in the 2-day time frame, and you can see the previous candles got picked up pretty beautifully from the 2-day 21 simple moving average, and the prices simply started curling to the upside, and this explosive move to the upside was an indicator that how much bidding could potentially take place in the coming days, right? So we did have a follow through, and then we did engulf bullishly in the 2-day time frame above it. So we're coming to another structural integrity point, I would like to say, on the 42 to 43k zones. So guys, this is a simple how do I say, extended kind of analysis for you guys, and do not be worried about these moves, guys. Bitcoin doing a 10x coming from this low, you can certainly expect profit taking happening, guys. Now this is a 10x from the lows, as well as we touch the 1 trillion market capital. So that certainly calls for consolidation to some profit taking for most of the investors who have already 10x their amount, guys. Now, would you not want to take profit if you have 10x your investment? Guys, people in the fucking stock markets, they wait for decades for that return to take place. You're doing something like that within 6 months. You can expect some profit taking place, and you can expect yourself also to take some profits in the market, right? Because, well, the market is not going anywhere. Most likely it'll come down, go sideways, chop the fuck out of everybody in the market in the coming days and the weeks. But ultimately the direction bias will be to the upside, as the macro, just look at the macro, guys, don't forget the macro, and you can come down and test these relevant levels, but I think we'll be picked up. So now what I'm suspecting, let me just talk about this fact right here. What I'm suspecting is that most of the times that the bull market correction starts happening, you go for a maximum 35% downside. 35% downside for this particular structure is going to be coming in all the way around 37 to 38k zones, right? So 38k, until we are coming and testing the 38k zones, basically this liquid area right here. Let me just pull it down a bit. So until we are coming and testing these levels, watch for the weekly 21 moving average to actually start catching up to this point, right? So as the weekly moving average tries to catch up to this point, to the 38k liquidity level, something like this, you can expect the price actions to be completely fucking choppy, man. I mean, this is a well-defined range now, as we did put an interim top right here, as this is confirming as a top with this bearish engulf closing in 2 days. You could be confirming this as a local top for at least the medium time frame. So you can certainly expect some consolidation, guys. So do not jump into trades, do not jump into FOMO trades. Try to scale into Bitcoin as it comes down to the 21 simple moving average, as if you've missed out on a major chunk of investment, this is probably going to be your chance, guys. This is probably your, look at these dumps like opportunities in a macro bull environment. Do not be scared, do not be worried. If you are exposed in some highly illiquid shitcoin, yeah, then there is certainly a lot of worries going on in your head. But if you're sticking to high liquidity mostly, it's probably going to be fine. These levels are going to be extremely relevant and extremely important. Let me simply draw some horizontal line for you guys so that you can actually chart them out as well in your charts, right? And you can basically screen cap it for the coming month, guys. I mean, the monthly candle is also going to be closing like, well, it's not going to be, monthly candle would most probably close bullish, so that would mean continuation in the monthly time frame, but certainly consolidation in the small time frames like the weekly. So these levels right here, 58k to the upside, 45k, 42k, 38.5, 36k, 32k. You can expect BTC to come around these levels and at least test the 38k on the weekly schedule, as the 21 simple moving average tries to catch up to this level. So guys, patience is the key right here. Patience is going to be a major key. In fact, now Bitcoin is already down 20% and still trying to head down, currently at 40. Guys, we did lose 45k, so that means let's just simply try to jump into the 12-hour time frame as well on BTC. Yeah, this is weakness right here for you guys, as on the night hours we did engulf bearishly below the 21 simple moving average, and as I was talking about, we can simply start rolling over. So most of the assets would be simply rolling over, as Bitcoin is going to shit right now. So you can expect some extreme small time frames bounce at 44k even, but ultimately our target coming in this week is going to be around 42k, guys. So let's wait for 42k to hold up, guys. We want 42k to hold up. We basically want this breakout area to hold up. If you're not holding this one, you can simply argue about the fact that we are coming to 38k, where this bullish engulf price action structure started happening, guys. So guys, try to understand this. Micro cap Tesla, everybody, they picked some Bitcoin right here, right? MicroStrategy picked some Bitcoin at 50k, unfortunately. So they are down around 10% on their investment of 170 million, guys. Not sorry. Square invested 170 million right here. Tesla invested right here. So Tesla is still in profits. Tesla is in about 15k. 15% profits. Now watch this Tesla level to hold, guys. This is also one of the key things, guys. If Tesla level is lost, basically if 38k is lost, you could look at some catastrophic moves on Bitcoin, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, that would trigger a lot of sellout, guys, because most of the big players in the market do have eyes towards 38k levels, as Tesla picked up huge chunk of BTC supply right here at 38k. Losing 38k is going to be very significant. As simple as that, right? As simple as that. So you can expect the prices to come to 42k. Kind of expect this one to be picked up. You can wick all the way at the 38k levels, but on a patience basis, as the weekly 21 simple catches up to 38k. Now this line is completely worthless right now. Yeah, as the weekly moving averages, they also do catch up to 38k levels. Then you can talk about this 38k level being a significant support, guys. And as I was talking about 38k being a 33% correction from the top, this could be your potential zone of interest. You can wick down all the way at 32k on the weekly schedule, but closing weekly candles below 33 to 31k is going to be calling out for this as a macro top. So a macro top, guys, Bitcoin will not formulate a macro top just like that. All right, this simple bearish engulf candle does not mean that we have macro topped out on these levels. Look, that could be possible. Bitcoin could be going to zero, but we have to take step by step. We have to take things step by step. Most of the big players, remember, most of the big players are still invested in the market. Most of the institutions are still in the market. So why the fuck are you not? And most likely my perfect guess would be, no matter how much the price try to comes down, no matter how much it comes down, no matter how many times it tries to test the 21 simple moving average, Bitcoin will be picked up by institutions. Now this dip is going to be picked up by major institutions, guys. I think yeah, we are breaking down, and BTC will probably get into long form consolidation to bearish kind of price action. So is the entire market going to do something like that? And I guess Ethereum is already breaking below 1400 levels. Let's just check out Ethereum USDT as well. Let's just see what that one is doing. All right, we are back at the 21 simple moving average on the 3-day time frame, guys. So you do not want this candle to close below. Basically this candle is closing in the next 16 hours. So today is this closure is going to be really important on Ethereum. And then if we are actually closing below this moving average right here, guys, first and the foremost level of interest is going to be this after losing this point right here, and then it is going to be this straight up. There's not much structure in fact supporting us, because we are breaking below this all-time closing below this moving average right here would be basically closing 3-day candles below the all-time high once again, and that could mean that we're coming in for $1,000 Ethereum back again, guys. Now that is pretty much likely. If Bitcoin rolls over and Bitcoin comes to 38k or something like that, Ethereum will come to $1,000. Watch for Ethereum to be picked up around 1,000, because a lot of people are waiting in the market for Ethereum to actually reach these prices so that they can pick some fresh and cheap Ethereum off of the market around $1,000, guys. This is a swing failure. This is a breakout failure. As we were trending on this level, I was certainly bullish. Everybody was bullish because of the price action behavior. But as soon as we closed, as soon as we closed this 3-day candle in such a bearish formulation, you can certainly argue that market is trying to shift its gears. And guys, remember, it is not only happening in cryptocurrencies. It is happening all across the equity markets. This is what happens. Markets run in cycles. Market will not simply go to the upside or not simply keep on going to the downside, guys. You can expect Ethereum to correct after Ethereum has done this. If Ethereum has done this, yeah, you can certainly expect this one to correct. Now guys, this is what is going to happen in the coming days. From my own YouTube channel, the engagement is certainly going to dry up. Well, the engagement is not anyway that much because you guys are not hitting that like and subscribe. I am trying to share my edge for free with you guys. God damn it, hit that like and subscribe. Share the video. Make this video go places. Cryptoalligator has to be the most sophisticated trading community, and you guys have to laugh like fucking Buddhas, fucking Gautam Buddhas when these dumps are happening, so that you can accumulate more. Alright? Do not get in the mindset of moon boys and doom boys. Whenever it comes down, you got to pick up. Whenever it comes to key level, you got to watch the market carefully and see how it reacts, and do not panic. Do not panic. So that's why we're going to be the most sophisticated trading community. Look, guys, even if fucking Ethereum comes down to zero, if it comes down to minus, or if it comes, you are fucking traders, all right? You are traders. You will be having a skill set in the future, in the long run. So these assets can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Ultimately, you being a trader will be capitalizing on most of the moves coming, not in cryptocurrencies, but in forex, in commodities, in stock markets, in equities. So guys, cryptocurrency is going to be extremely nice in terms of learning things, because this market moves so dynamically. One single cycle is going to teach you so many things in terms of psychology, in terms of risk management, in terms of capital management, in terms of profit taking, everything. And guys, I'm sure if you have been holding Ethereum ever since these levels, you would have certainly considered taking profits. And now watching it tank down all the way back at $1,300, it's certainly going to hurt a bit. So yeah, that's why I say that hold in a different portfolio, trade in a different portfolio. If you are a trader right now, you're going to be capitalizing on most of the down moves also as well. If Bitcoin actually starts breaking below 40k levels, Ethereum will certainly come to $1,000, and you can until then you can trade this range. You can go for some exposure on puts as well, right? I'm going to be talking about options as well, because I've been practicing Ethereum and Bitcoin options for a very long time now. Ever since the option market was not even heard of in Bitcoin, I was trying to go for all the spreads and all the puts and call straddles, but it looks to me like most of the liquidity has finally entered the Bitcoin option market as well. So now it's quite relevant to talk about these things. I will get on to those things pretty soon, but let the price action first resolve, and let's see what actually is going to happen in the coming days. As we did not, like, for the time being, Bitcoin has broken the low, but Ethereum has not broken this low. This means that Ethereum against BTC could be picking up, guys. Now the Bitcoin price action could start correcting, but the altcoin pairs could start picking up. But that could mean that the dominance could also come to the downside. So if BTC goes down, dominance goes down as well, alt BTC goes up. All right, as simple as that. Let me repeat: BTC goes down, dominance goes down, alt BTC will go up. They will give you humongous returns in BTC. If dominance goes up, price action goes up, alt BTC are simply going to get massacred. They're going to go down to shit. But Bitcoin dominance going down, Bitcoin going down means altcoins against BTC are going to have party. So let's just check out Ethereum BTC. Probably this one must be popping. Not really, guys. This is a distribution. Ethereum BTC again looking like shit. Now this price, just observe this price action structure, guys. Now, yep. This is yet another swing failure, guys. This is yet. That's why trading Ethereum BTC on the macro time frame is one of the most trickiest charts to trade, guys. It's just a fucking mess. It's just a horrendous mess most of the times. And as you can see, what generally happens is, now this is one of the indicators. Guys, I am fucking giving you away all of my edge, guys. I mean, you got to subscribe. You got to share. You owe me one. All right, you owe me one. Now look at this time frame, 3-day time frame, and look at this one. This is the Bollinger's. Pattern, one of the good indicator in the market, and pretty simple as well. So guys, watch what is happening here. The middle Bollinger Band is crossing above the 21 simple moving average, guys. Now this is also one of the indicators. As you can see, what happens is that the price action try to climb, it climbs to the upside, but ultimately when this moving average crosses to the upside, now this is where your bearish trend emerges. These are the macro trades that most of the big traders will look at, where they want to just flip their fund with Ethereum BTC and probably accumulate hundreds more of Ethereum. This is what you do. These are the indicators that you look for. Yet again, you cross over here and then you come down. You cross over here, you come down significantly. You cross over here, you distribute significantly. So what could be different here, guys? I don't see any difference right now. Anyways, I'll just simply shut off this Bollinger Band moving average, and let's see if this price action has any structural integrity, so that Ethereum gets saved on these levels and Ethereum tries to go to the upside. But probably it is going to shit for the time being, as most of the bearish sentiments arised with the Ethereum gas fees touching all-time high and Ethereum price action also touching the all-time high. So guys, that was pretty ugly looking fundamental indicator. And most of the smart money who were trading Ethereum against BTC, they started exiting Ethereum markets right at this at this bearish engulf candle. And ever since this bearish engulf candle on 3-day time frame, you are down approximately 16-18%, guys. That's a significant down move, right? So you can expect some certain curling up price action, but as far as we are staying below 3.5 million satoshis, probably Ethereum is just going to simply bleed to the downside and come and test this downside, guys. There is just you can just simply come and retest this. You can I mean, the market dynamics would change, anything would happen, like or like for example, Bitcoin dominance just simply tanks, so most of the liquidity would be flowing into Ethereum BTC. But until that happens, until the Bitcoin dominance tanks, Ethereum is simply going to roll over, guys, with this simple moving average right here. It's as simple as that, as most of the altcoins are simply going to do that as well, right? So Ethereum against USD, just let's just simply summarize this one up as well. Okay, guys, as Bitcoin is tanking, Ethereum is also tanking, and the daily time frame is something that you're going to be looking at, guys. Now, ever since we lost this 21 simple moving average on a bearish engulf on a high volume as well, so you had multiple influences, you confluences of indications, and the RSI absolutely getting fucked, guys. RSI is getting wrecked. RSI is simply getting wrecked, guys. We broke below this grind here, right off. We simply broke below this grind. This was a RSI failure pattern right here. I think this was this was here itself. But ever since we actually this is a macro bearish divergence, guys. Bearish divergence of all shapes and forms and sizes getting confirmed, and the squeeze breaking to the downside again. So now this means that yep, Ethereum is getting into a long form consolidation, guys. Ethereum is simply going to get into consolidation. So watch for some important key levels to be picked up in form of accumulation. In the down moves, you want to be accumulating more, because when it goes up, you want to sell. All right, you want to be selling it. And as far as the alerts and all of that, those things go, as far as I started looking at Ethereum losing 1800, I was getting a little, like, I was getting absurdly underconfident for my Ethereum holdings as well. So basically what I did was I converted more 20-30% of my Ethereum holdings into Polkadot, because Polkadot against Ethereum was going to do good. And we'll check out Polkadot in the next video. But I shifted that into that one. And as far as we after this daily candle closure at here, I flipped all of my Ethereum into BTC mostly, and the USD prices are constantly tanking, guys. So watch, guys, go and follow Cryptoducator on Twitter. The links are going to be down in the description below. Just go and follow. It's going to help you out. And as the community keeps on growing, as we become more strengthful, I'm going to be going on for some Telegram signals as well. So let's get to that point pretty soon. I do not think it's a good idea to go for a Telegram channel right off, because well, there are no people, like it's going to be ghost town. Basically, it's going to look like a WhatsApp group of 6 people, like a family group, guys. So let's just make this a community. Let's share this video so that we can be better traders together. All right. So anyway, the 21 simple moving average is sloping to the downside, curling to the downside. So this is kind of being a magnet for the price action in the daily time frame. Ethereum's trend is certainly bearish. You could argue that you could hold this level right here, but well, this is not strengthful. You are just simply breaking this grind right here, and this was one of the perfect looking trades in a long time, guys, as this one was a pretty clear break down from this grind, targeting all the way. Let's see if we have no, we are far off from the target. We'll be breaking this. Basically, if you want this pattern to actually complete, you're going to be coming in at 1279, and I don't think the vehicle is going to stop at 12. What the fuck is 1279, right? Absolutely nothing. You could look for some short-term bounces or something like that. You could look at some trappy traps, some bear traps where everybody just suddenly starts going bearish. Now, guys, I was talking about the funding rate as well on the long positions. Wow. The fear and greed index came down all the way to 40 read, for 45 read, I guess. And well, I mean, the funding rates have shifted negative. This market is just fucking mad. This market is fucking mad, guys. You can see how the sentiment just flips around like that. It's just funding rates have gone negative. I mean, it's just crazy. In this one single dump, the fundings are negative, and well, you're getting paid too long, guys. This is going to be your bullish indicator, but that does not mean that you start longing the fuck out of Ethereum, out of your entire equity. Watch for this pattern to formulate itself. I do not think there is any FOMO until we are breaking this grind to the upside. Now, this is a humongous range right here. That's why you do not want to lose money. You do not want to trade this right off, guys. It's completely pointless. Do not repeat the mistakes that I have repeated. All right, just do not. Don't trade this range. Don't. If you have been holding a short position, if you have been holding the rejection of the 21 simple on 4 hour, 12 hour, or maybe a daily time frame closure, then you're completely fine holding this one as a short exposure in the market as well. And if you are just simply sitting in USDT, that's also going to be good. If you have left your Ethereum exposure around 1800 USD, you're going to be completely fine. This is what I'm looking at, 1800 USD. Guys, there is no hurry. There is no hurry, because upside for Ethereum is certainly going to be humongous in the macro, in the grand scheme of things. But in the extreme small time frames, it's completely okay to stay out from the market and just maybe enjoy with those goddamn profits. Did you make any money? Did you make any money or not? Just let me know in the comments down below. If you did not make money in these extremely giving market conditions, guys, something has to be done about your trading. All right, something really has to be done about your trading. You can leave DMs on Twitter. You can let me know. You can let me know what kind of help you want. Where are you lacking at? So we can discuss and we can find out what can actually be done with the trading. And if you're not coming out profitable in such a given market, when the market is giving you both sides, upside, downside, anywhere, guys, there is something completely wrong, and most likely your FOMO and emotions is taking control of you. Right now you would be longing all of the dips because you are in a constant state of FOMO, guys. That's it. Look, longing dips is completely fine until you're not volatile as fuck, guys. This is volatility to the peak, man, to the peak. Let's just check out the yes, it's fucking redlining right now, the volatility indicator. Now this one being wow, just check out this indicator, guys. Check this out, coming in at the top right here on the H week binding, calling for a perfect top on Ethereum. Now this is why I started feeling a little shaken out as we broke the $1,800 levels to the downside, because of this we were expanding on the volatility after a huge contraction, guys, coming from this level. Ever since we broke the $1,000 levels to the upside, volatility was constantly contracting, and as soon as we expanded the volatility, the downside started happening, right? This one being extremely volatile, and this chart right here, basically this data right here, telling us that the trend is currently under motion, and we are constantly making red candles. This means that the trend is completely under motion. Let's see if the smaller time frames want for some reversal right here, right? So we did try to contract around these ranges, and we could have broken above this, guys, but this was a simple failure. This was a simple swing failure. Now do expect some further downside, do expect some further down moves until you are breaking above this particular level right here, as this looks to me like last point of exit for the time being. Now watch for this area to be picked up, then you can challenge the 1530 levels once again, and if you break above 1530, then you can talk about further moves, and then you can talk about challenge this grind line, then you can talk about this entire grind breaking to the upside like this, and probably test the $2,000 levels, guys. $2,000 level, if it comes really soon, like in a week or so, expect 2,000 level to be sold off again. If it comes again after a month or so, then we can talk about some constructive behavior to the upside. But if it immediately comes to $2,000 levels, you can expect some sell-off, guys. You can simply start expecting some sell-off, because well, this is going to leave some mark. The fundamentals being so bearish on Ethereum right around these levels, gas fees being, guys, gas fees, man, insane gas fees. It's just horrendous to look at Ethereum gas fees. That's why Binance BNB just simply did a 10x because people got damn bearish at Ethereum gas fees, and Binance was simply not doing anything in terms of charging your gas fees, right? And guys, FTX exchange also coming in with a notice that you will finally have to be paying your Ethereum transaction fees, guys. Now FTX, ever since they opened up, they were not charging you anything for any cryptocurrency withdrawal. Even if any Ethereum has to be withdrawn from the exchange, FTX was like, all right, that's on the house. You can withdraw any amount of Ethereum you want to. That's not going to be charged at all. So now if you're withdrawing Ethereum from FTX, they're going to be charging you normal Ethereum gas fees, guys. So today I basically paid around I think $20 in gas fees for my Ethereum transaction. That was just madness. One transaction, $20, guys. This, all right, no matter the gains, but that does not justify anything, guys. Like $20 for a fucking transaction. I mean, what? What? All right, fundamentally bearish right here. Anyway, so watch for this level to hold on Ethereum, 1530 being one significant level. As far as we're below this, we are probably going to be in extreme trending motion to the downside, and we'll probably be breaking the $1,300 level right here, and we'll be coming for these levels at 1274 right here. Now, guys, one more thing, I want to jump into the indices. Now, indices, one of the main being the DeFi perpetual contract. Now I made a special dedicated video on DeFi perp for you guys, because this is going to be one of the top and the bottom indicators for the DeFi space as a whole, guys. Now this fucking looks to me like a complete distribution. This is you cannot argue that this is not a distribution, guys. This is complete distribution in form of a head and shoulder. Maybe you could go ahead and do some weird anemic bounces right here and then ultimately come here and then break down, but this is what is going to happen. If Bitcoin is also breaking below, DeFi perpetual index is also going to break below. Basically DeFi coins are also going to break below, so watch for your holdings as well. I mean, some of the holdings, guys, just a simple advice to you, not a financial advice, although guys, if you lose money, if you lose your upside potential, if you lose your opportunity cost, do not come blaming at me. But trust me when I say this to you, market is going to move infinitely to the upside and the downside. You want to be conserving your capital as well, guys. You always want to be conserving your capital. Be extremely goddamn personal about your own capital. That's the most important thing in these greedy markets. All right, do not be even further greedy, guys. Don't be further greedy. Nobody's going to tell you these things. Everybody's going to tell you that Bitcoin's going to 300k or something like that, or something. Guys, just if you're trading this goddamn market, most of the times, just be personal about your capital. It's very important, very important. And I am just simply repeating myself again and again, so that something gets into your head and you do not repeat the same mistakes that I did. Now the DeFi perpetual index is also looking like a complete distribution. And guys, how do I want to trade this? Look, I'm coming from a bear market, so I would look at these structures like potential bottom formulations. How do I do that? I simply go and inverse the chart. So this looks like pretty readable, right? This is like a accumulation. This is kind of like an accumulation happening, and the accumulation range would be the breakage of the accumulation range will be basically below these points right here, basically above these points on the inverted chart. But this looks to me like a pure distribution. There's one thing which I can confirm this one with. If I remember it perfectly, I'll just go to link BTC and I'll try to invert that as well, and I'll show you guys what I'm actually trying to say. Well, let's just simply get rid of all of these things and just simply jump out on the 4-hour time frame, guys. So yep, do you see this one right here, and do you see this one right here? Talk about goddamn pattern analysis. Learn something from Cryptoducator. Learn. All right, learn. Guys, giving away all of my edge for free. Hit that subscribe, go for that like. You gotta do it. You have to be like, I've taken this as my personal objective to make you good trader. So just this is how you observe the market behavior. This is how you observe the pattern behavior. Now this is simply looking like a reaccumulation. Now both of these charts are inverted, right? So this is a form of reaccumulation right here, and alright, now this one is not inverted. My bad. Chainlink is not inverted, but this one is inverted right here. But this is how you try to compare the patterns and the market behaviors, basically. So as you can see how beautifully this price was grinding against these important levels as well. So there is not much difference between these both fractals, I would say. Fractal squirrel. I become a fractal squirrel right now. It's just looking at fractals and saying that Bitcoin did something like this in 2017, so it will do something like that again in 2020. Guys, fractals will not play out most likely, but the behavioral structure behind these fractal formations will work out. So you have to understand that when to go for a fractal trade, when to stay the fuck away from fractal trade, guys. This looks to me like one of the key interesting events actually on the DeFi perpetual index. So watch for DeFi index to hold basically first in the first go, because you're currently dealing with a macro bull. All right, this is a macro bullish structure. Now the chart is inverted, don't be confused, guys, but this is a macro bull. Let me just invert it for you guys. So yeah, macro is bullish. All right, macro is bullish. So the first and the foremost bias is you want these supports to be held up with immediate beauty, as I would like to describe. But if you're unable to hold these levels around 8600, you're probably coming down to 7800, and ultimately your fuck all breakout targets are going to be at $4,000, guys. That means that the DeFi index will completely lose 50% of the value, and that means most of the DeFi coins will also lose 50%, guys. You have to keep that up your head. SushiSwap, Uniswap, Solana, Serum, most of these new entrants in the space which are exponentially up, like which are up 6, 7, 800, 900%, they lose 50% of the value. And guys, 50% value on Sushi from 16 is probably $8, and on Uni, guys, if DeFi index is breaking out to the downside, Sushi, Uni, all of these are probably getting into one single digit again. And that is how market work, guys. If you are new in the space, if you're trading this space for the first time, this is what happens. This is how you lose all the money. That's why you have to be extremely cautious about your capital, and you have to be really personal with your capital, guys. It's like, would you want to protect your girlfriend or wife? Like, how would you want to protect your wife or girlfriend against this? I don't know. What sort of example? This is so absurd. This is so absurd. But you do get the point, right? You want to be protecting your own people, so you want to treat your capital like it's your own. It's your own kid. It's your own wife or maybe girlfriend, something like that. So treat your capital like that, guys. Then only you'll have long-term success in your relationship with the market. Do not let go of your girlfriend. Your capital being your girlfriend, right? Anyway, chain link, that's not the part of the analysis, so let's just simply fuck off from that chart. The DeFi index is going to be your key indicator for most of the DeFi coins to probably distribute or probably get supported and simply jump back again. But guys, this is what I'm looking at now. This is a engulfing bearish, emerging bearish price action, as I would like to describe. And as far as you are staying below this grind right here, your DeFi coins are going to bleed in two major assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? If the DeFi index start to close any 4-hour candle above basically 10,000, then most of the DeFi altcoins are going to be completely fine, guys. But watch for this one to play out. Watch for this chart. This chart is going to be extremely important. Let me just simply invert it so that you can get some more clarity. This is how I'm looking at, guys. I'm not going to be lying to you. Just I look at these things very objectively. I do not have any emotions involved here. I do have my emotions involved in some other places, but not here, not these fuckers, not these bastards. But this looks to me like a pure distribution. So watch for DeFi perp to actually hold on to this level. If you're losing this, then probably most of the DeFi coins are going to shit. It's as simple as that. Let's just simply put on some moving averages and some Bollinger Bands as well, so that we can figure out if any trending motion is on. So guys, as you can see, this is finally dominating above this one right here. 21 simple moving average is dominating. The middle Bollinger Band is being dominant over the 21 simple moving average. That means the trend is getting into jeopardy to consolidation, to some breakdown kind of situation right here. Alright, so you can argue that something like this could also happen, where you can constantly grab some liquidity from the lower side Bollinger Band and ultimately close your candles above the Bollinger Band. But if you start closing your daily candles below this lower side Bollinger Band on DeFi perp, in most assets, you're going to be coming down significantly, guys. You're going to be coming down significantly on DeFi. Short the fuck out of Ethereum and DeFi if that happens. Just look at these things objectively. If you do short them, you'll be able to accumulate at least twice more of the DeFi coins that you were trying to hold or something like that, guys. So basically how this would work is that you have finally triggered one of your bearish indicators. This cross has happened, and if this candle starts closing below the Bollinger Band right here on a daily closing basis, then your trend is on, guys. Then your trend is simply on, right? Now, for example, like this, to the upside, you start closing your 21 simple moving average with this strengthful move above this line right here, above the middle Bollinger Band right here, and you close your candles above the top side Bollinger Band. So you keep on trending to the upside, guys. Look at this, right? So just invert that mindset. Do not watch for these values to just simply go down. Don't be bothered. Do not be bothered. You're a trader. If you see this candle closing like this, the DeFi space is going to trend down. This is your fucking cheat code, guys. Head on to FTX. The link is going to be down in the description below. Sign up right there. You can simply trade the entire DeFi index in just in one single go, guys. Use my referral link. You'll be going off for some 20 to 25% discount. And if you stake your FTT tokens over there, you're going to be getting a huge chunk of discount in your trading fees. Unlike Binance and most of the other exchanges, which are charging you shit amount of trading fees. To be honest with you guys, the trading fees also have been really insane. Even in decentralized exchanges also, guys. I mean, Ethereum fees being so high, so DEXs are also your fees over there are also going to be certainly high. So FTX being certainly one of the industry standard and constantly undercutting most of the competition, you should simply go ahead and sign up at FTX and start trading the real things, the real indices at FTX, guys. FTX is going to be the real cryptocurrency exchange in the long run, whereas Binance is going to be mostly retail traders losing their money. Let's be very honest with you guys. This is what happens. Most of the trading activity is going to happen against the traders at Binance. Just personal observation. I don't know how you observe the market, but let me know down in the comments how do you see it, guys. I think that's been it for this video. I think you're pretty much clear as to what is happening. The market is trying to distribute, so flip your gears into bearish mode and watch for key levels to actually break down. If key levels are being broken down, then yep, you got to shift your gears into being a bear, and then you got to short the fuck out of the market, because this market has some significant downside coming up. If you lose some key values, guys, you want to be capitalizing as a trader on these moves. Okay, I'll be here saving a lot of your time in terms of analysis and a lot of other things. So watch this content every single day. And guys, a lot of you guys have been engaging with my content every single day. I'm really thankful, I'm really grateful. It just keeps me going. It wants me to actually expand CryptoGate so much. Like I do plan, if we go on increasing the community size and more people try to come in, we're going to go for some live seminars, lectures, and maybe some events also, right, where you can actually start and where you can actually come and engage like in real time, one-on-one, and we'll have all of those discussions for cryptocurrencies, just like a little community, guys. Let's make this community, guys, so that everybody is here together and everybody is going to be nailing these market moves together. So let's do it together, guys. All right, hit that share, go for that like. Let's see where we are headed towards. All right, that's been it for this video today. I'm going to catch you guys pretty soon on the next one. Bye for now.